Good evening, my name is Garrett, and welcome to The Last Call. Tonight's final drink is from Lasso Motel. This is their Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey, finished in Tokaji casks, coming in at a 50% ABV. Now, for full disclosure, I reached out to Lasso Motel for a review sample. They were kind enough to send this over for us to take a look at and a review, so just keeping that transparency open. So Lasso Motel is somewhat of a new company coming out here, and they're releasing several different bottles in their core lineup. And they all have some unique finishing going on. However, the big thing I love talking about for them is their transparency. So going to their website, they tell you exactly the stated distillation on here and what mash bills they're actually using. This one is coming from Kentucky, as we know, but they're actually using Green River Distillery as their source, which Green River themselves does some really darn good bourbon. If you haven't had anything from their core lineup on Green River, it's phenomenal. But there's a lot of companies out there that are actually using their distillate, and it's really good stuff as well. And when it comes to that mash bill, they're actually using the 70% corn, 21% rye, and 9% malted barley. And then after aging it, they're finishing it in Tokaji casks, which, if you're not too familiar with that kind of a Spark Notes version, it is a Hungarian sweet wine. And some players out there like Starlight Distillery and Penelope are using that in some of their bottlings as well. And it brings in a lot of sweeter notes, as you can tell from the name. So let's hop into it, see how Lasso Motel handles a Tokaji cask. I keep pointing this out. I love these little bottles. Their big ones are identical, but you got their logo across the sides here. Really cool. Showcases the spirit very well. And I just love the kind of simple mainstream labeling they're doing on these. So, as always, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, hang around for a bit, become a member if you'd like. If you're interested in some other reviews over Lasso Motel that I've done, links to those videos will be up above and down below. Log the link to their website and their Sailbox website so you can check them out, learn a little bit more about the brand and their process, and maybe order yourself some bottles. Beautiful dark color on that. Alrighty. That is very dark. Getting close to almost like a caramel macchiato. You're getting that kind of lightly brown going on. It's beautiful. Let's go for notes. Oh, yeah. Okay. That is already sweet, but not overly sweet. And so far, I have to say, in their finishing process, is the barrels are showcased, but so is the bourbon. You're getting that kind of buttery sweet corn. You're getting that kind of buttery sweet corn. The rye spiciness is really showing up in this one. Getting a lot of that floral, a little bit herbal rye going on. A little spiciness from that, little cinnamon. Getting a bit of like a rich honey kind of drizzle going on. And the white peaches, like a white wine peach note going in here. Beautiful on that. No ABV, nothing harsh, no off notes. That rye is mixing in with that sweeter note, bringing across almost peach tea-like. Like, yeah, just like a Snapple peach tea. A nice charriness from the cask, a little bit of vanilla cream going in here. A bit of caramel, obviously. You get those kind of classic bourbon notes, maybe a little bit of brown sugar. But the sweeter fruit notes going in here, again, coming across very like honeysuckle, and you're getting that bit of the white peach in there, maybe a little bit of pear as well. Man, that is beautifully soft and sweet on the nose. Ooh, what was that? Hold on. Prickly pear, like specifically prickly pear, and I love prickly pear. Like that is. I am getting that on there for some crazy reason, and I'm digging that a lot. Alrighty, let's go for a taste. Right away, the Tokaji cask is showcased beautifully. In that white peach note, pear, maybe even white grapes going on. The sweet corn, butter notes from the bourbon itself are showing through. Spiciness of that rye plays really well with the sweeter cask. Man, that is beautifully soft. I love yet again that the cask didn't take over the bourbon in their situation here. The Tokaji cask itself, I haven't had one that goes too overbearing in it. And that's probably a good thing. Wine casks can go a little strange for some people, so I appreciate that. Second sip here got a great warmth on the palate. 50% ABV, so it's not a slouch, but I think it's a great proof point for both sides of the fence if you're looking for something a little bit higher proof, but you're also maybe getting into bourbons as well. It lingers on the palate, has a good solid cling to things. The big thing for me, there's this vanilla cream note going in here, mixing with that spiciness, giving you almost like a sweetbread note. And I'm digging that a lot. This is definitely one of the better Tokaji casks that I've had so far. I think it's a little stronger profile-wise than the Penelope, and I was a huge fan of the Penelope. I might have to revisit that one just to kind of refresh my memory, but this one has a more cohesive blend of things, of both the bourbon and the cask itself. Bit of clove in here, cinnamon stick, but that wine in here. You're now a little bit of a wine funk going on, which I expected, don't get me wrong. That's not an argument against it, but you are getting that kind of, almost like a white wine that's got a little bite to it. But then it opens up into the sweeter fruits. Again, I'm getting like grapes and pears, almost like steeped pear. Little apple sweetness in here as well. But then the bourbon shows up and starts bringing in some of those richer, darker characteristics. The charriness from the cask, that bit of spice and the sweet buttery corn notes. Everything like that is blending together very well. That's definitely on current memory. We'll probably have to do an A/B comparison between this and the Penelope, just because, from my memory, I think this beats the Penelope. And I was a huge fan of that one. That is a really good sip. Alrighty, well, let's talk about a grade for this one. So typical price you're going to find this at is about $75. And to be honest, that beats the Penelope in pricing. Gets a solid A- in my book. I think that the profile they're bringing across, the finishing, they're transparent about where they're getting their whiskey from. They're proud of that, and that's awesome. They're telling us the exact mash bill. Everything we want from a whiskey nerd side of things is there. The big thing for me is that Tokaji cask is showcased very softly, and it comes across. It's not lost, and the bourbon itself still gets its time to shine. It's a beautiful example of how to finish something and it's a beautiful example of how to finish something and please both sides of that fence. Your people that are looking for finishes, but people that want more of a standard bourbon into the mix. They come together, you got this bottle. Big thumbs up on this release. And again, if you're interested in learning more about Lasso Motel or any of their releases, links to their websites will be down in the description area below. Go show them some love. So yeah, there you have it, folks. Lasso Motel Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey, finished in Tokaji casks. If you have any questions about the bottle itself, let me know down in the comment section below. I will do my best to answer it. And if you have any specific spirit I should go looking for, also let me know down below. Love doing these reviews and sharing with you the experience at home. And as always, may your last drink of the night be the best one.
You know, and I really like it might not.